Hello and welcome to today's special edition of our Word Cafe. My name is Fred Saisi. Karibuni sana from wherever you are. It may be a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, or even a good night. Welcome. Mr. VTT.
Yes.
How have you been?
I've been very well. We thank God. Another beautiful Sunday. We are meeting here on set with Word Cafe. As usual, as we say, there was a time we mentioned it's now part of our itinerary that Sundays, 4:30, I think, 16:30 hours,
Yes.
we are live on air with Word Cafe, where we listen, we learn and live.
All right.
I'm happy with the improvements that you are making every day.
Kuna kisanga hapa. Actually from one of the social media platforms.
Yes.
Police officers in Changamwe, Mombasa County, they are investigating an incident where a man died after complaining of chest pains during sex.
During coitus, the scientific name. You know, these are family shows, so we might need to.
No, hiyo imenishika.
To code some.
Nikaona paka nikuwa.
I mean, these things are happening. A few weeks ago, we buried Senator Kabaka.
But was that the cause?
I mean,
who knows?
Allegedly. It's important we put the word allegedly.
How?
So it can happen. There are many reasons that could cause that.
It can happen.
Yes, there are quite a number. There are a myriad of reasons that can lead to that.
Before we should take what should we do?
I think for me it's a health case.
So we need a medic or a nutritionist.
You actually need to know how healthy you are before you engage in that exercise.
Like I check my body temperature or something?
Not really, because from some of such cases, we might not know the backstory, but what I know is too much excitement can lead to a cardiac arrest. To some people, that is.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yes, scientifically. So if you have matters of the heart, and then you want to engage in some games, you need to be very careful.
Okay.
It's only advisable.
So pole kwake.
May he rest in peace.
All right.
Yes.
What comes to your mind ukisikia Bobby Wine?
Bobby Wine.
What is his real name?
The ghetto president, Robert Kyagulanyi.
Si Kyagulanyi.
Kyagulanyi. Oh, Kyagulanyi. Yeah. No, we are not from Kampala. They call it Kampala.
No, they call it Champara.
I thought Kampala.
No.
It's Champara.
Ugandans have no K.
So it's a C.
CH.
So Bobby Wine brings to mind ghetto president. Determination, zeal, growth, possibilities. This guy was born in a ghetto in Uganda. Look at him today running for the top seat. And he gave the general a run for his money, as much as the results have said otherwise. But the journey has begun.
He can't be underrated.
As a young man in this country and as a young man in this region, I am super excited with the uprising and the sheer fact that Bobby Wine could take a leap of faith and, challenge the general who has been in power for the last 30 plus years. In itself, is a great feat. In fact, for me, he has won.
He's won?
He has won.
Okay.
Notwithstanding the results that we all know are contested. Even himself has contested the results.
All right.
Yes. So in Bobby Wine, we are seeing a fighter. For freedom.
In Bobby Wine?
Yes.
In Julius, Julius Malema, what comes to your mind?
Malema, the EFF guy in South Africa. Now, when Malema is mentioned again, I think they strike a chord, because all these Malema came into the limelight as a youth representative in the South African Parliament, and he has been very vocal on matters economic freedom for the marginalized black South Africans, as they call it.
Right.
So for me, he's also a voice of economic freedom and championing for the rights of the people, albeit using the political space
Correct.
that is in South Africa. Yes.
Martin Luther.
Junior, senior, you know.
I have no idea. What comes to your mind, senior or junior?
Martin Luther Jr.
Right.
Who was a strong political activist in the 60s in the Americas. And of course, once you mention Martin Luther, whatever junior, senior, I have a dream comes to mind.
You have a dream.
One of the greatest speeches ever given. Okay. And many decades later, whatever dream he had in 1963 came to pass. So for me, Martin Luther is an epitome of dreams that can be realized. And I think long vision.
I want to bring you closer.
Come please.
Babu Owino.
Babu. Comrade power. Tibim. That's what comes to mind. Fast. Tibim and comrade power. Of course, we all knew Babu is as a student, as a Nairobi student leader. Nairobi University. Nairobi University student leader. And in this journey, of course, he was very vocal even before he took Embakasi as an MP. And his clarion call was always comrade power. And finally, he's a political figure in this great country as an MP of Embakasi.
Okay.
Yes.
I was told even James Orengo was also a student leader at the same place.
In the UON, I believe so, together with very many other prominent parliamentarians today, and even some other parliamentarians who are legislators not in this august house. Many of them actually got groomed as student leaders, not only in UON, but very many other universities. So these...
Sijasikia wa Kenyatta, nasikianga tu UON.
Wapo, kuna ma student leaders wa KU also. I might not mention immediately, but I know there are quite a number.
Okay.
They are quite a number.
I think Google will help.
We can actually Google, like Kangata Irungu, I think he was also one of the student leaders in one of the universities. I'm not sure which one, just randomly, but for Babu, that is what will strike a chord in my mind.
Okay.
Yes.
Kwisha. So do you know all these guys, umenitajia, they recycle and revolve around winning?
Actually, they are winners. Look at Babu Owino. He's a winner in his own right. Struggled from the Nyalenda slums to where he is today. Look at Malema. Malema grew up with his grandmother. And nothing stopped him. He was vocal, and today he's one of the strongest political forces in South Africa. We all remember for the Mama Give Me a Signed speech during the burial of the late Winnie Madikizela Mandela. When you mentioned, the first one was Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine now is an international state figure on championing the rights of Ugandans. So he is a winner as well. And the last one was...
Wait, do you see him ascending one day to...
He will, certainly.
He will.
And the reason why I'm certain about this is, you can imagine, he was a first-time president, a first-time MP of Kayadondo East after the by-election, after he won the by-election, and in a span of less than 4 years.
Actually 2 years.
Yeah,
to be precise.
To be around 2 years. The guy has risen to the ranks of the most feared, quote unquote, contest with the General Museveni.
And he said in one of his speeches that the biggest crime you can commit in Uganda is running against
the general. Look at how Besigye tried and he couldn't. But Bobby Wine has come in as new school, new blood, and Ugandans rallied behind him to the shock of the establishment in that country. So he has taught us quite many lessons. Resilience, fearlessness, and standing for freedom.
Okay.
Yes. He's a winner by all rights. He is. I think aligning to our today's theme of winning alignment.
Winning alignment.
True.
Okay. What comes to your mind when the word alignment is mentioned? Wachana na winning. Alignment.
Alignment as a separate word. To align is to put yourself in a particular position.
Mimi najua tu alignment ya gari.
Even in wheel alignment of a car is to ensure all the wheels are moving in tandem. They are moving swiftly in the same direction. So any alignment is to ensure smooth movement.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So in winning alignment, we are looking at what will enable you to be in the winning direction. Hence, aligning yourself to a winning course.
Break it down. What do we need, number one? To align myself to be a winner, or to align myself as Changulanyi aligned himself with the young people. You know, that was his pickup line.
Which worked, because statistics and the data in Uganda shows that 80% of the population is youthful. We are talking here of below 90 years. I mean, below 19 years. Actually, it's the second youthful country in the world.
The second?
Youthful country in the world.
Sijashikanisha.
That's the reality. These are facts. I'm using statistics here.
The second
youthful country in the world, with a population which is 80% below 19 years, or averagely 19 years. So almost all Ugandans today, they only know the general as their president. So Bobby was able to talk to all the young people of Uganda, hence the big numbers that came out to vote in his favor. So you see, he aligned himself with the reality of the day that Ugandans want change. Ugandans want a new wave in terms of the leadership. So he was keen to the times of the day and the needs of the people. Yeah. Hence, the first very important thing that we all need to focus on when we want to win is we must have our theme, what we also refer to as a mantra, our guiding theme. For him, he was running on freedom so that he can be part of the movement that alleviates the suppression of majority Ugandans. But so much so, when we look at our theme for today on winning alignment, the first thing I believe we need to have is you need to know what then are you moving towards to. And that needs to have a mantra or a theme that then guides you towards your big agenda.
So theme kwa Kiswahili kwa wale tulienda to school in groups.
Mada ya mwaka huu.
Mada.
Ama theme. Malengo. Hii ni mada nadhani. Theme ni mada.
Na malengo ni?
Malengo ni goals.
Goals.
Yes. Okay. Kama sikosei.
Alright.
Yeah, nilifanya vizuri Kiswahili.
So we need like a guiding theme.
A guiding theme for our lives. Notice, in every company, every organization, even churches,
wako na theme ya mwaka.
The year of restoration. That guides.
The year of comeback.
Yes.
Sa kama hii kwako ni?
My family, my pride.
The year.
For me as VTT Enterprise, our theme for the year is the greatness touch.
Okay.
Yes. That is what is going to guide us in the entire 2021. We believe we are in line for that greatness touch that comes our way through the graces of God, but most importantly through what we are doing, through our services.
Franga Ngoli alikuwa amesema nikusalimia. Amesema good afternoon.
Nimesalimika sana. Salute.
Okay.
Yes. So naamini every enterprise, even governments, ministries, they are guided by a philosophy. That's why when you go to every company, you will always see their core values, well articulated. But most importantly, there will be the vision statement
and the mission.
Vision being the big agenda of why we are doing what we are doing. So even as an individual, you need to know, why am I doing what I'm doing? That will be guided by the theme. For example, in my case, with my company, we are team building and management training consultancy firm, where we believe that the heaviest investment should be made on the human resource, which is the people. So our work revolves around building capacity of these particular people to enable them maximize on their efforts and bring a turnaround to the institutions they work with. Work in, notwithstanding whether it's a religious-based organization, a non-governmental organization, a government parastatal, an SME, cutting across board schools where we do mentorships. Our theme on Greatness Touch is to ensure that we leave these people with an element of greatness coming out of them. Yes.
Okay. Theme muhimu.
Very, very,
Jambo la pili.
Like, before that, tuende kwa jambo la pili, what causes revolutions or uprisings, or what will make a team win, is that mantra that they subscribe to. When we look at a team like Liverpool, where they say we never walk alone, what they are subscribing to, you will never walk alone, what they are subscribing to is, they are not promising us as fans goals, but one thing they are promising us is we will never walk alone.
So unataka kuniambia Uganda siwapati kitu, bunduki ndio ilikuwa
tusiende huko. But what I'm just saying, they will always, when that theme is so strong, it becomes compelling. That is why,
ngoja mtu alisema ukiona Man U juu usishangae
imefikaje pale juu,
isikusumbue
hata kidogo.
At one thing I know.
Let's not go there. Some of our fans might get offended, but ideally,
inakuwa msemo ya Arsenal,
tusiende huko. What is needed is you must have your own theme that guides you all along. Yes.
Are we free to move on?
We can move on to the...
Umenikazia, nilikuwa nataka kusema at one thing I know.
Tusiende. Usikasirishe watu. There are people who are watching.
Na kama nasema kitu kizuri?
Cheza chini.
No, nataka kusema kitu kizuri.
Twende nalo.
Sawa, twende na mtu kwanza.
Second submission on winning alignment.
Yes.
Never settle for the average. Embrace excellence. You know, many times, and this has been a challenge to most of us, and our viewers can attest to this, or they can even share in the comments on the many times we settle for average. And somebody said this, I can't quote who it was, but I think it was so true, that the greatest enemy of excellence is good.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember when we were in school and you get, good, you got a 79, you're told good. You got an 81, you're told good. Good feels good, but then it stops you from pursuing what is excellent.
Okay.
Yes. So we need to start going forward to wanting the very best that is excellent. And you know, to attain excellence is not easy. That will mean you will have to leave all mediocrity and elevate yourself to the next level. That means it will push you.
Okay.
It will push you to the extra mile. And we always know that in the extra mile, one, there is no competition in the extra mile because you're going extra than the others. In the extra mile, that is where you are likely to hit your gold. So, cut out from this mediocrity of average and good and move ahead to embrace excellence, which is a difficult feat, but because it's difficult, it cuts a lot of people and leaves them behind, and then enables the few who are pursuing excellence to really be top there.
Okay.
So my humble submission will be all of us to endeavor all the time to pursue excellence as difficult as it may be, such that even if we will not per se get 100%, you can still get a 95%, which is still excellent in its own right. But if you want to pursue for average, which is 50%, chances are you'll find yourself in 30.
30 yenyewe?
Chances are.
Kama ni average?
Yes. So having that spirit of pushing yourself to pursuing excellence will be one of the game changers in ensuring that we are aligning ourselves to winning ways. Very important. That will be my second submission. And still using the political...
Never settling for average.
Never settle for the average. If you look at still the example of Bobby Wine, I think most people can relate. He went for the big seat. People will say you just came in as a member of parliament, do a second term. But he said, why not? I'm already here. I'm already championing for the rights of my people. Why not get the big office and ensure that
mara moja
I'm on the table with the decision makers? Yes. That is a perfect example of going for the gold. Why go for bronze and you can take the gold?
Ankumbusha,
yes.
Like someone was teaching about how the lions feed their family. The lion wale wana hands ni kina dada.
Yeah, the lion.
Baba anasaidia tu in case.
Yes, they initiate the hand.
Wanapiga hesabu wanasema.
Yes.
If I was to feed the whole pride, na niende kushika kitu kama a gazelle, how many gazelles will I need to feed this pride?
Yes.
So they make one decision. Let's go for the buffalo. See, moja itatutosha?
Yes.
And
it's risky to bring down a buffalo, but they do bring it down. I've even seen on Nat Geo, sometimes they go for a giraffe.
They go for gold.
They go for gold. They know if we bring this giraffe down, we are settled. For the next 2 weeks, there's enough meat for the family. So they go for the gold. They go for excellence. But many times, most of us, we become complacent and we say, Bora uha. Kenyans love that statement. It is wrong. You cannot just live by saying Bora uhai.
So to live by uhai bora?
I don't want to change on that.
No.
Yes.
Bado ni Kiswahili. Uhai bora.
Hiyo inanichanganya. What I know, najua kuna mwalimu bora na bora mwalimu. Hiyo naweza nikaichanganya.
So wewe una prefer gani?
Mwalimu bora. So tukisema
bora mwalimu.
Bora mwalimu ni mwalimu yoyote tu, hata mwenye aja merit kuwa mwalimu. That's why kwa Kiswahili tunasema bora mwalimu. But mwalimu anastahili kuwa mwalimu bora. So hiyo attitude ya bora mwalimu ndio inafaa tuiondoe. Hivi kwamba tuibadilishe na kuweka ule, we need to replace it with the attitude of I'm going for excellence.
Right.
And I want to emphasize this. It is not easy to attain the excellence. Hence, when you make these efforts towards it, chances are you will remain up there with few of you who are equally excellent. Yes.
Okay. Pole, kuna kitu nilikuwa nafanya hapa.
Okay.
Nafikiri imekamilika. Umeniruhusu nifanye?
Very well. We have to ensure that the technical side of the live stream is working well.
Right. It's working.
All for the benefit of our valued viewers and followers, and we want to appreciate them for always finding time.
Ningangane na hii kitu. Hii technology imetukuta hapa, inatupiga machenga.
Kila siku. Nasema is also part of winning alignment, because every other time we are adapting, every other time we are improving, every other time we are getting better. The Japanese call it the Kaizen principle.
The what?
Kaizen principle. The principle of always getting better. That is why on a Kenyan roads, which car model is the majority? The Toyota. The car in front of you is always a Toyota.
Yes, siku hizi mazee si always a Toyota.
It is.
Kuna magari.
magari gani mengi kwenye barabara zetu?
The car in front of you.
Yes.
Siku hizi kuna magari.
Magari yapo. Hata kitambo magari yamekuwa. But looking at the Kaizen principle, this has made this Japanese company to remain a strong player in almost all countries. Why? They are continuously improving. They are continuously bringing in new models of cars. And I think it's a challenge to all of us that even in our own lives, we should continually get better. We should continually improve. Because the time you are not growing, you start dying.
If you are not growing,
you have started dying.
Way.
Yes, it's as serious as that.
So, ukiendelea kugrow all you are living.
Very well.
Ukistop growing,
wewe unaanza kudidimia. Unadondoka.
I think I need a teacher.
Let's move on. Can we?
We can move on.
How many points have we looked at already?
2.
We got a third one.
Yes.
On winning alignment.
Yes.
So after you have created a theme, a mantra that guides you, then you have done what? What was the second bit? You have chosen that wewe na average sio amko kwa WhatsApp group moja, you are in an excellent WhatsApp group.
Yes.
The next thing you need to do is you must remain committed.
Commitment.
And that's where the rubber meets the road. Because it is not if problems will happen in your journey. There will be many challenges. Right. There will be many challenges.
Pole naangaika na mambo mengi.
Yes.
I think
as senior is fixing stuff, I think we can always proceed. So the key thing, as we are saying on commitment, is do not allow the challenges that will certainly come to derail you from the main agenda of what you're doing. It is still a new year. This year will wear on. And as usual, and that's why last time we said, like personally, I don't believe in New Year resolutions because people get tired of these resolutions by February. So they go back to their old self. Work with goals, both short-term and long-term, such that these goals will always motivate you to stay on course. And this will ensure your commitment, especially on those dark nights, on those lonely days, on those days where invoices take 3 months to be paid, on those days where clients are not accepting your proposal, on those days when you feel like the whole world wants to swallow you. Remember, once you remain committed, nothing will get you out of course. And the best example of commitment as a believer is the story of Joseph. He knew where he was heading. He chose to embrace excellence in everything he did. It took many years, but one day he woke up and he was the governor of Egypt, the second powerful man after Pharaoh himself. Why? He remained committed and never wavered on that.
Now,
agenda.
You may be committed to your objective.
Yes.
But then COVID comes.
Yes.
You have to abandon your objective.
You don't abandon your objective. You evolve around it. If you abandon, then you are never committed.
Wewe unajua COVID-19 ama unajua corona?
It's one and the same thing.
So when that thing comes,
yes.
Like,
and unless it kills you.
No, like imeponyoka kule Uchina, imeingia Kenya.
Yes.
Things change.
Things changed. The entire world changed. Flight stopped. We got quarantined. We got curfewed and all that. It's still going on. The point is, if you are committed to a particular course, it doesn't matter the months, the years it will take. You will remain strong on it. And I'm happy. In one of the interviews, Bobby was being asked, so don't you fear for your life? And this was his answer. I'm paraphrasing. He said, yes, I do. I'm human. I have a family, I have children. Many times I fear for my life. I've seen my driver shot dead. I've seen my colleagues beaten to a pulp. I've been beaten myself, put in dark rooms. But he said, we either make Uganda better or die trying. That's a committed man. Exactly what the late Madiba did. 27 years in Robben Island. Suffered. Never even attended the burial of his mother. But eventually he came out a statesman. Commitment. Auctioneers will even come. You might be gotten out of your house because of rent arrears. I'm speaking from experience. You can become homeless.
In a second.
In a second. But as long as you are committed to why you started what you are doing, the universe will conspire to help you attain it, no matter what.
Kazi ya auctioneer ni gani?
Auctioneers are sent to recover monies that somebody has not paid.
Si kurecover maze. Maze si kurecover.
Of course, they
selling someone's car that is worth 2.5 million, yes, wanauza shilingi 7,000. Hiyo si recovery.
Of course, it's punitive, and you've used a perfect example. And even the other time we saw on TV, there were some houses which apparently the main developers took a loan, they didn't service it. And these people, now they are being told you either vacate the houses or we are coming to auction them, or when the auction is happening, you buy the house that you bought. But then, that is where they had reached. I don't know where
you've
that
already
case,
paid money, maybe up to 99%.
100%. You cleared the payments with the realtor. And now because the realtor took a loan and defaulted and you didn't know, now the auctioneers with the advice of the bank and court orders, they are coming to tell you, senior, get out of the house or rebuy it during the auction. These are challenges that we get in our life. These are challenges that will come our way. And it is painful. And it is very confusing. You will have cold, dark nights. But as long as you are committed, a day will come and you will look back and say, I ate strong tea for dinner. I drank, actually, not ate. I drank. But here I am today, standing. So for all of us who are undergoing thick things and you are feeling, I think I will raise a white towel and bow out of the game, hold on. Remain committed. Remain persistent. A new day is coming.
Okay.
Yes. And you know, why is it difficult to set up businesses? And generally to succeed in whatever enterprise?
Okay.
It's because it is hard.
Can I bring in the marital part of commitment?
Go ahead.
When a boy is committed to a girl before marriage, that commitment inakuwa inaweza ua.
Iko thick sana.
What happens some few years after marriage? Commitment inaendanga wapi? Ama what changes?
Somebody said, I think it's one of the training gurus, if I'm not wrong, it's Brian Tracy, who has been in the personal development industry for more than 40 years and 80 books to his name, bestsellers. He said, success is goals. All else is commentary. What did he mean? And I want to bring it to the marital angle. Once you have these goals and you have a theme that drives you to these goals, all else is commentary means we'll have a lot of noise and a lot of curveballs and a lot of challenges. And you see, like in the marital game or the marital union, you start with a lot of connection. Truth be told, life happens and other things come in. So in many times where we lose it as couples is we stop entertaining what brought us together in the first place. Then the mundane things of life pull us apart. And once people start pulling apart, the center cannot hold. It's the late Chinua Achebe who said, the falcon can no longer bear the falconer. And what happens is you allowed whatever held you together in the first place to disintegrate. Now the center cannot hold.
Hey. Okay.
I'm not a marriage counselor.
Wewe ni counselor. Kutoka leo everybody should know kama uko na marital problems. Unamtafuta viti iti atakusha.
No, guys, that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. I'm a training consultant. I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm just giving my opinion.
Suna train mpaka marriage.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion. Yes. Can we move on to
commitment? Yeah, we can move to the
commitment. Commitment ni broad subject.
It's a very broad subject. Actually, you can write a full thesis on commitment, but for the purposes of winning alignment 2021 and beyond,
commit to
just remain committed. And the test of commitment is what validates if you deserve the prize. Look at all great people who did feats that entered into the books of history. They were ever committed.
Like this guy who invented the bulb,
Thomas Edison. Very, very committed to
How
his
many
cause.
times did he fail?
In fact, it's never, you can never, others talk of 10,000, others 100. What I can say, he did it many times.
Mara ya kwanza kaweka, waya zikaungua.
Many times. We can't actually account whether it was 99, whether it was 100, whether it was 10,000. What we know is he did this many times, but he was committed and he made it. Even coming closer home, look at people who have brought in industries that are a big success. The one ingredient about all of them is they remain committed to their cause. If you may, somebody who might resonate in our industry, this radio presenter, Jalas. Jalas is committed to what he's doing. Despite him having his human mistakes, he never loses the focus on why he's doing what he's doing. And there's a statement Jalas always says that goes deep to heart. He always remembers the days he was selling fish as a poor fishmonger. And he keeps saying he will never want to go back to those days. So whatever the world will say, as long as he closes his ears to the chatter and remains focused on his goal, he's okay. And there he is, big shot today. It's a big brand.
Commitment.
He's committed.
Sijui tumebakisha dakika ngapi, but can we move to
the next element?
Yes. Let me just check on.
Okay, check on
the next. What?
The next point on winning alignment will be focus. Where do you put your focus? Because you have to intertwine this commitment with the focus that you need. Because as long as the focus is there, then you will be able to have energy to do what needs to be done. We normally say energy flows where focus goes. So where your focus will be, that's where your energy will go to. So let us all get into the habit of narrowing our focus to what we want done. Remember when we were kids, we could take leaves, dry leaves, and a concave lens. Then we focus the lens on sun's rays. And what will happen to the leaves after some time? The leaves will burn. The paper will eventually catch fire through the rays of the sun. So focus is really powerful. And let us not dwindle in the things that we are doing. Let us remain focused on the key things. In fact, every day we need to ask ourselves, what is this one thing that I will do that will help the very many other things that I want to do come to place? But if you are trying to handle 10 things at a go, chances are you will lose your focus. And once you lose your focus, you are losing your strength.
Na wale wako na industries ya maziwa, insurance, transport,
such people have delegated these duties to managers who are now focusing on those enterprises on their behalf. So as a CEO overseeing a number of enterprises, what do you want? Reports from these people who are managing those businesses.
Okay.
Yes. And of course, we can have that discussion on some other day on when to diversify. Largely, you cannot diversify when your first business has not even stabilized.
Mimi nakuuliza hapo. When should we diversify?
You can only, my 2 cents on diversification is diversify when your first business is already profitable and it can stand on itself.
Sio nikishafungua duka ya maziwa, nifungue ingine ya mkate.
Usifanye hivyo. And I'll use this analogy. You have this glass of water. You have a pan. You take this glass of water, you pour it on a pan on a gas.
Yes.
With little water like this. After 15 minutes of boiling, what will likely happen here on that pan?
It will dry.
It will dry. All this water will evaporate. So, do not, I subscribe to the principle of putting all your eggs in one basket and then taking care of the basket.
Nilikushuku.
Me, I'm not that kind of somebody who says, don't put your eggs in one basket. No, put all of them there. Put all your energy there. Then take care that this basket does not break. So you will fully concentrate there. That's my philosophy.
Do you know what you are talking about?
I know. Because many Kenyans put, unakuja na 10,000 unaweka kwa biashara yako, ina evaporate. Unaongeza 10,000. Na kumbe wewe ulikuwa na 100,000. Instead of coming with that all 100,000, go and buy products worth 100,000 and put them in the business and ensure you are selling. Sasa wewe unakuja, umeenda sokoni 10,000. Zinkwisha. Another, before you realize 100,000 imeisha, unaanza kufungua biashara nyingine. So, unaanza kusema hii biashara mbovu. Nimeuza mayai, biashara ya mayai haina pesa. Watu wanauza mayai fresh, wanaleta mayai na ma truck.
Kweli.
Because they put all their eggs in one basket and took care of the basket. So, you need to ensure that. So
2021.
You can only diversify. My take on diversification, you can only diversify when business A has stood on its feet. Today, as a team building management consultant, as a training consultant, I cannot start selling clothes on the side. It is not my core function. I can only concentrate until a point where my training consultancy is paying for itself, is a brand to reckon with. Right. Then I can say, out of this training consultancy, I want to open a hardware and put somebody to run, a professional who can run my hardware. Sio mimi mwenyewe. My key focus is on training consultancy. So that when you call me for your team building, I give you an A job. When you call me for your management training, I give you an A job.
Yes.
When you call me for a mentorship training, I give you an A job. A keynote address, I give you an A job. But I mean, your keynote address and a message comes where my truck has been caught by police. I forget all the points I was supposed to say.
Ngangana nayo.
So, that's my point.
No, yeah. You tell your audience.
Yeah. Unachoma bro, unachoma. Unakuwa umechoma. So that's my take. And if you look at even billionaires, they will get chunks of money, and let's say you've done so well in training consultancy and you want to put some money in real estate. Yeah. So you get an agent, you buy a property, they manage it for you. At the end of the day, you are waiting to look at the bank balance. They are doing the work for you, but your key business is the focus where you are in. So that way, even when you diversify, you are putting people, professionals who can run the side show for you. So you are building your portfolio with the right mind. So let us not lose our focus. It's like right now on Word Cafe, we stop our focus on personal development themes, and we start, let's say, talking about politics. People will wonder. I was listening to Word Cafe for personal development tips. Now, Senior and VTT are talking about politics. Wakwende huko. We have lost our focus. So we cannot lose our focus to our honored live stream members. This is family to us.
Putting all eggs
in one basket and taking care of the basket.
Not taking care of the eggs.
The eggs are in the basket.
Sasa your basket na ikapasuka.
Sasa taking care means hisipasuke.
Sawa.
Yes.
Nimewacha. Let's move on. Sioni nikitoka hapo. Wacha nifunge macho. Just move on.
The other submission will be embrace simplicity.
Simplicity.
Yes. You know, in winning, people think winning you require to be very complex. Not necessarily.
Usikwe complex. Kama ushaona logo ya Al Jazeera wewe?
Umeiona? Sijui wameandika nini Kiarabu lakini ni kitu rahisi.
Logo hiyo lakini.
Yes.
Huwezi ichora.
It is simple but
si simple. Ile kitu ni complicated.
Ni complicated
sana.
Inaona iko simple.
Si logo tu. Simple tu kama ushaona ile kuna logo just a tick.
Tiki, Nike.
Basi.
Yeah, hata yetu si ngumu. Wad Cafe, just simple thing. Actually, most big brands are as in do not complicate things. Like you've given good examples. Look at even Safaricom. The better option. It's a simple thing. Because what are you selling? For them, they are selling us a better option. Are you getting?
Sawa.
Wad Cafe, we listen, we learn, we live. It's simple as that. If we started complicating Wad Cafe, the channel of choice that will blah blah, who wants to hear that? Do not complicate things. For you to win, be simple. Such that even a 2-year-old can understand what you are all about. In fact, they say if whatever you are selling, a small child cannot understand its basics, it might be difficult to
complicating.
Yeah.
Umaenda Nairobi stage, labda you just want to go to somewhere like Langata or okay, let me use Nairobi West.
Nairobi West,
Nairobi West 10. Sijui kama umeshika hiyo.
10 Nairobi West.
Yes.
Na wanataja namba.
10 Nairobi West, 10 Nairobi West, 10. So ingia matatu.
Nitalipa 10. Ama si 10. Wataniomba pesa ngapi?
Amesema hiyo 10 maybe 3 times.
Meaning?
Ni 10 times 3? Okay, is that simplicity?
It's not simple. Yeah, I may complicate maneno kwa sababu I'll get there with my 10 bob and then he tells me I said 10 Nairobi West.
Yes.
And maybe what I had is 10 because if I come in and I'm hearing 30 nitajua ni 30 ndio inaniingiza kwenye ile gari. Tutumie example ya Mombasa. Ferry. Sabini yako ferry. Mimi najua nikiingia pale nalipa 70. It's as simple as that. So if you tell me nilisema 70 uniombe 140,
okay. Wrong. Let me give you another weird example.
Yes.
Umoja saba wewe.
Umoja saba wewe. Umoja saba wewe. So huyo mtu anaenda wapi? Anaenda umoja, anaenda saba. Sijaelewa. Unaona ana complicate. Umoja saba.
Umoja saba. Anamaanisha tu umoja 70 bob.
Sasa 7 ama 70 bana. Aseme tumuelewe.
I've given you the example kama matatu industry.
Exactly. You see now, those who complicate, fine, we will say like in the matatu industry, maybe the people plying that route, they already know. Kwamba hapa, this is the rate. But if you are selling something and people cannot understand exactly what are you selling, which is are you giving them? Because you see, selling is very emotional. People buy things to solve a particular problem. You'll buy a toy for your son or your daughter to make them happy. You'll buy a card for a birthday gift to give it to the person celebrating the birthday. You will buy shoes for a particular functionality. Maybe sports shoes for going to the gym or official shoes.
Mwanaume ananunuanga kiatu tu ikiisha anunue nyingine.
So the shoemakers, they are making our life easy by giving us something that will make us comfortable and also presentable.
Turudi hapo kwa kiatu.
Yes. Uliza kiatu.
No men. Isipokuwa hao wako na pesa kidogo.
Yes.
But wale wa kwetu kijijini. You just buy a shoe,
then you will replace it when imechapa.
So unaenda games uko na viatu. Unaenda birthday
uko na hiyo. I think hao wanahitaji kuimprove kidogo because each pair of shoe has its functionality. So that usiende na shoes meant for the office, you are going to them.
What's the difference?
You are going with them to play. I mean, even the design in itself will not ease.
In fact, akipata hii kiatu inakwanga na chuma hapa mbele.
Anafurahi sana.
Ako na koti yake na kiatu.
Hiyo kwake inakuwa imemfaa sana. Good. I think tukisonga mbele na nadhani itakuwa muhimu.
Yes.
Itakuwa muhimu sana. Kwa zote hizo, in all the points that we've discussed, one of the key points that crowns them all is learn how to sell. Sell. Know how to sell yourself, know how to sell your brand.
Okay.
Sales is the lifeline of any business. Even when you go to get employed, you are selling yourself to the employer. When you are writing a CV, what are you trying to do? You are trying to sell yourself to the employer. You are selling yourself.
Kwenye CV.
Kwenye CV.
Yes.
Even when you are called for a physical interview or you are doing a virtual interview, what is happening is that you are selling yourself. So in every opportunity you get to sell yourself well. Okay. And this is, many people think we need to learn sales only if you are doing business. We are selling ourselves every day.
Ngoja kusomea hizi haraka. Unajua nimegundua time ilisha kitambo, sisi ndio hatujui.
Time iko tu sawa.
Acha kuchukulia hizi haraka.
Naona it's a few minutes to 5:20. So we are barely
tuko na dakika kidogo.
Tuko na kama dakika 3 za kumalizia.
Salimia mtu wangu na tizama nikiwa Sparky. Hizi usoma mwenyewe. Huyo ndio mtu wake.
Eugene Mulela is watching. Peace. Frank Angole is saying good afternoon. This is awesome. Saseni, salimia mtu wangu na tizama nikiwa Sparky. Eugene Mulela.
Sasa kama wewe ndio umesoma unasalimia mtu wake.
Asante. Nimekusalimu.
Yeah,
winning alignment, embrace simplicity. Jen White, we have to embrace simplicity, very important. Again, Eugene Mulela says, this is a place where I listen, learn and live. VTT, Mungu akubariki. Amina. Sana kwa kutuelimisha. Saisi producer na wengine, tuko wengi leo hapa. Kuna watu wazito wameketi pembeni. Producer na wengine, Mungu awape na hekima na wabariki sana. Eugene, asanti sana kwa kutoa maneno yenye
nimetoka kwa madeni.
Yes.
Okay.
Umejitoa kabisa.
Rudia mahali tulikuwa.
Selling yourself. And we have said life always presents opportunities for us to sell ourselves every day.
Yes.
Whether you are in selling products, whether you are in selling commodities,
or services.
Whether you are selling services.
Right.
Whether you are going for that interview.
Yes.
And many other situations of life is a case of selling.
Vile zitakuja.
The way they come. So let us embrace that skill of always being on point, selling ourselves.
Good.
This therefore means that we should not relegate sales to a salesperson and say, I'm not a salesman, I'm not a sales lady. No. For you to get even a promotion, what will make you get a promotion in your existing workplace? You have been doing good things that have sold you to the fact that you deserve this position. So do not be cheated. You sell yourself by everything you do every day.
Okay.
Whether consciously or subconsciously. So we need to enhance this by being deliberate to the fact that we are selling ourselves. If we will sit here on Word Cafe and not make sense, I doubt if our family, our viewers will want to watch us the next time.
Actually, this brings me to, like, you have a page on social media, yes, or either Facebook,
Instagram, Twitter,
whatever, WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Na wewe VTT mzima ile picha umeweka pale, umeweka mapua nusu. Na jina hata si yako.
Yes.
Lakini uko pale, uko serious. Talk to me about such. Like, you looking in the list people whom you may know.
Yes.
Okay? You find a name that you have no idea.
No idea. Even a face that you don't know.
The face, kumbe huyo mtu, you may know that person.
But then their identity is different.
Where are we?
I think, like, on social media, there are those who, I think they are called parody accounts.
Si parody zile. Watu tu wazima wazuri, ukikutana na Nilikutumia friend request huku accept. Ulituma sana.
Meaning
ati uko na yule
amekaa hivi. Meaning bringing us to the point on selling yourself. You see, you cannot just accept all friends.
No, like somebody from the village ako na jina nzuri kwa Facebook.
Yes.
Ina sound good name. Vaseline Amafura.
Vaseline Amafura. Very interesting. Now, I might not accept that as a friend request because, like for me, when I get friend requests, I actually go and check your profile. Right. What is in your profile will make me feel I think I want to befriend this person.
Maybe hata vitu zile kwa profile ni nzuri tu.
But the image that comes forth. Yes. I think it's a double-edged sword. For some of us, it's the presentation on the profile and even the name itself. Because if I know you as friend Saisi and then you go to Facebook and you call yourself some very big name that I cannot relate to, then you later on inbox me and tell me why you not accepting this?
I can give you like one big name. Kamongorech. That's a big name.
It's very, for me that's not sellable. When I look at it, I will feel this person first of all is not real, and by virtue I will not buy into you as a person, and I will not go that direction. Hence, selling is very emotional. I will accept your friend request, meaning I've bought into you after either maybe I know you directly by name, or maybe I know you by name and then I look at your profile and I realize there's nothing to buy here in terms of I don't want even a connection with this person.
But I've learned one thing with the good people on social media.
Yes.
Ukikuta mtu hata kama ni mwanadada ama mwanaume, especially kina dada.
Yes.
Let me give an example of good women.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ameenda studio akapigwa picha iko sawa sawa, alright? Na akaiweka kama profile picture na akaandika majina yake.
Yes.
You go to her page unakuta hata vitu anafanya ziko na mpango.
Do you know why? You have put your identity out there
to sell.
Exactly.
Alright.
Your identity is selling you to the world. So once your identity is there, you will not want whatever is coming on your timeline not to subscribe to the person that you are. Hence, you have already packaged yourself to the world in a particular way. And it is the same thing. How you package yourself will determine whether people buy into you or not. You know? How you package your products, people will buy into you or not. How you package your services, people will buy into you or not. Hence, selling is an everyday agenda.
Yeah, kuna kama hizi vitu watoto wanapenda kununua dukani. Ni packet kubwa.
Yes.
Very nice looking. 5 shillings. So ukifungua ndani unakuta hata hakuna kitu, ni vitu kidogo.
The way it has been packaged. So, you are able to buy it because you are feeling nikimnunulia mtoto wangu hii atafurahi. Remember we said selling is very, I mean, when we purchase from an emotional point. When you buy a car, you want to solve your movement challenges. When you buy a book, you want to get some info. When you buy a phone, you want to communicate. So you must always give a reason people on why they need to buy into you. And that is why we all must have the selling psychology working for us and not against us. Yes.
Okay.
Very important.
Kuna ya mwisho?
Ya mwisho ni kusema hivi. We've looked at 6 elements of guiding us into winning alignment.
Nimesoma by the way.
And we can just break them down into choosing a mantra, that is a theme that will be your guiding principle. Of course, embracing excellence, where we refuse to settle for the average. Then we need to develop a commitment to whatever we are doing so that we remain committed. And the 4th one is we must establish our focus. Where are we putting our focus on? We added on the 5th one, which is embracing simplicity in what we are doing. And last but not least, we have also submitted the fact that we need to enhance our selling skills. Once we put these 6 into practice, remember they must be put into practice. Then we will be aligning ourselves on a winning stage.
Mkwana wa Sikulu.
Yes.
Anasema salamu zangu zifike, zipokeeni watching live at Mvindeni Ukunda.
Tumezipokea, tunashukuru sana kwa kutizama.
Alright.
Yes. Na tunafurahi vile vile.
I wish to end there.
Kindly.
Funga mchezo.
I want to say that we have been called for a time like this. And every day we are above ground is an opportunity for us to impact the people we come into contact with. I always believe that for us to clean the world, we don't need a big world broom, a big broom, no. Every one of us needs a small broom to clean our spaces. Make it clean. Clean yours.
Then the entire space will be clean.
The entire world will be clean. Here at Word Cafe, we are doing our bit in cleaning our spaces.
With small brooms.
With our small brooms. Ladies and gentlemen, our family who are following us keenly, we appreciate you. We are honored to have you following, and we believe that these nuggets we share here go a long way into making your life better. As usual, I'm very thankful to Word Cafe for hosting us, and to the entire crew, our producers, who always ensure that this is running, and to you, our viewers, I want to wish you a lovely, lovely evening. Peace. God bless you. Yours truly, VTT. Thank you.
May you have a productive week. May God give you good health. Till we meet again. God bless you.
Shalom.